This evening, I was talking to some students regarding a survey that Atmatruti had floated a couple of months back around usage of digital media in education. And the responses that we got from nearly 150 or 156 people across the globe showed us that there is 50% people who are saying they use digital media for education, and around 50% evenly distributed saying that they are not using digital media for education. We were reflecting on these results in our organization and was thinking whether these results are skewed or forced. Should we roll it one more time? Should the response base increase? And all these conversations were happening in our organization. So this evening, when I was talking to these students and reflecting on this, we had we were getting a lot of mixed reactions from these students, and obviously the discussion was very enriching. They came up with some very valid point about the positive side of it. Hardly they spoke that they observe any negative impact per se with the usage of digital media, which is contrary to the fact, uh, to some of these experts when we spoke to during our research. They said that they do observe a little bit of physiological change in excessive usage of digital media. Anyways, the fun part of the story is that after a conversation of nearly 45 minutes, we all wanted to quench our thirst because the throats were very dry. And I checked with them whether they want a cup of coffee, etc. So they were very humble and said no. But for me, I was like, my throat was pretty dry, so I stood up and I said that I'll buy a cup of tea for me. I don't drink coffee. So the coffee, when I went up to the counter, and it took a little time for them to prepare the tea. And with the tea, when I was coming back and I looked up at the table, and I realized there were six people sitting around, and all six of them were on their mobile phones. And a funny thought came to my mind. Maybe they are sending each other messages, but not talking to each other. So that bit also came to me. Funny, right? So and it was quite a distance from the counter to the table. And while I was walking to the table, I realized that this is an unfortunate outcome of excessive digital usage, that you become siloed, you are within yourself, and there is sociological impact on you, right? Which is, you're not talking to your mates, you're not talking to people around you, you are within yourself, you're looking down and constantly consuming digital media. I mean, I must say, overload of information that is going to you. I will have a review with the team one more time to see if we roll out the survey again. But slowly and increasingly, I have a belief that there is going to be long-term impact if the digital exposure do not reduce in young minds, right? Even some study said that the prefrontal cortex, the density of the gray matter is reducing, right? Which is alarming. I hear that the critical thinking parameters of individuals are reducing. I hear that they are not building memories. When somebody asks me about my fond memory today at this age, it goes back to my school days. I wonder, when these kids are of my age and they are asked about their fond memories, what will they bring in or bring out of those memory packets in their brain? I find it very alarming. I find that there has to be some kind of method immediately implemented in schools, and if not in schools, then A levels in the UK, or for that matter 11, 12 in India, and obviously in the undergrads, grads, and postgraduate colleges. So we are working towards it. Very soon, we will announce our digital media program for schools and colleges, and I will speak more about it. Thank you for listening in to me. All the best. Bye for now.